we are able to do some justice to the software. However, in today's class, what we want to do is to you know dive deep, uh, deep dive rather into Cisco Packet Tracer, how you can set up your system, how you can give it an IP address, how you can be able to do some stuff in it. Okay, so for you to be able to have a wonderful class with us today, you should be able to understand a few things about networking. Now, let's go back to what we have in this place. So, network fundamentals presented by Shux Newman. And in this place now, one of the things that is going to help you in understanding what we are doing here today are these agendas in this place. So, introduction to networking, types of networking. You already have these resources with you. You already have this material with you because I've sent it to us before. Now we have network topologies. We have network devices. We have OSI and TCP model. We have IP addressing, protocols and ports, and then the lab setup. Now, what we are going to do, to we are going to pay a very close attention to IP addressing, and also we are going to pay a little attention to topology, and then but we are going to focus our attention, a large attention in our lab. Okay, we already have set it up and the rest of that. I'm only trying to tell us what the things we have done initially. Now remember that the whole essence of networking is to allow computers to share information to themselves, and every computer in the world and devices in the world are now connected to themselves through the global connection. And every computer have important information, people's information in it. Human beings are now using computer to store a lot of information about themselves in it, a lot of information about their love life, upon a lot of information about their businesses, a lot of information about their finances. Our gadget now, and all manner of gadget, IoT gadgets and the rest of them, a whole lot of stuff are now powered by internet, and all these things are in the network space. That is to say, and for your IoT gadget to be able to do a certain function for you, it has to communicate another computer somewhere else, and that computer will give it the ability to do that. Okay, and a whole lot of stuff. So basically, the whole idea behind networking is the sharing of resources, communication, internet access, and data management. And data is life. Data is life. Your personal information is your life. Your That's the reason why you don't want to keep some stuff online. You remember in our previous classes we have emphasized um um how that data is important, and the two types of data we have. We say we have the SPII, which has to do with sensitive personality identifiable information. We have the personality identifiable information, and when hackers are trying to hack into a system, one of the things they do is that they are looking for the sensitive personal identifiable information which is on your computer, thereby be able to use it to extract your data that you're using to work, or shut down your computer, and a whole lot of stuff. There are a lot of attacks that can go on as a result of this. However, because this video is on YouTube, I have to put this disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes. It's not for any malicious content, as the students who are taking this course are cybersecurity students powered by reputable organizations in Nigeria. Okay, let's now go ahead to our Cisco packet tracer. Okay, so what you want to do now, we want to create a network, and that network we are going to assign it an IP address. Now let me do this now. The first thing I want to do, I've opened my Cisco packet tracer, and the next thing I want to go do is I'm going to come to my network category, and then I'm going to, sorry, not but end devices, not network category. In this place you can see it. Okay, so the end devices, and then I want to select PC. I don't want laptop, I don't want this other one, I don't want all of those. So I want to select a PC. So I'll drag it up to the place where I want it to be, okay? Or perhaps I will click on it and come to the place where I want it to be and also click on that environment. And now the next thing I want to bring now, I want to bring my server, okay? I'm going to tell us what a server does in a short while. So I want to bring my, sorry, not server, but a switch, okay? So I've created the network device, and the network device is going me routers, switches, hubs, and the rest of them. So I want to go for switch, okay? Then I'm going to come here and paste my switch. Okay, let me drag it to this place. So I've gotten my switch and the rest of that. Now let me go to my slide over here. I think I have what a switch does, okay? And then some other things we want to talk about in this place. So gradually I'll be doing practical and then I'll be reverting to some of the documents I have here. On request, I'm going to send us the document if we want the document. Okay, so I want to refer back to this place to be able to explain to us what a switch does very, very well. And you can also do some research to be able to understand it very, very well as well. I'm sure I made a note on how to do that. Okay, let me find it. If not, and then I'll revert to, I'll just say what it does and then I'm going to go to this. Let me go to my slide over here. I'm sure it is there, but I'm looking for a simpler um, explanation I give to it. Okay, okay, I don't have it here now. Or maybe I'm rushing because of my battery life and something. I want to make sure everything accommodates. So basically, a switch connects two computers together. So a switch connects devices together so that they can be able to to send information to themselves. So a switch can carry up to five computers. A switch can be able to connect up to two computers or whatsoever, so that they can be on the same network and share resources together. Okay. So now I want to go back to my packet, cisco packet tracer, and now we have a switch. We have one computer, and we have the PC, another PC here, and then in this place now, I have a switch in this particular place. Now, what I want to do again now is to know which cable am I supposed to use. Which cable I'm supposed to connect these three things together so that they can share resources and information. So by the time we are done with this, we are going to know in this class we are going to know if we are going if we send a message using this computer, if it can be able to go to this computer and be there or something of that nature. Okay, if we can be able to read it in this computer or something of that nature. So that's it. You want to pay very close attention because I'm taking us step by step on how to do this. So in this situation now, we have gotten our computer, we have gotten two computers and one switch. And in this situation, the next thing we want to do is to connect them. So that's where cable comes in. Okay, you want to connect them together. Remember, we have what we call topology. We have different kinds of topology and the rest of them. So let's now do this in this place. So what I want to do now is I want to know how am I supposed to connect this? Since the work of a switch is to connect two computers together, that is to say, I'm going to get a cable, connect it to this switch, and connect it to this computer, connect to this switch again, and connect to this computer, or something of that nature, basically. Okay, so now let's go back to a note I have here so that we know the kind of cable we want to use. Now we say in this particular place, cable usage summary, we say when you have a computer and a switch, the kind of cable you want to use is a straight cable. There is a cable that is called a straight cable. That is the one you want to use. So let's go back here and check for a cable that is called a straight cable. So the first one is called automatic. The next one is called a console. The next one is called a copper straight. The next one is called a creeper. Okay, sorry. The next one is called single mode fiber, and then we have some other ones. Okay, so we have what again now? Let me hide this so that it's not going to obstruct me. Then we have quite a lot of cables in this place. So we have octa, we have these, we have these USB, and then we have uh, serial. We have what again now? We have this one and this and this. Okay. Okay. So in this situation, let me remember the one we are looking for again. We are looking for a straight cable. Okay, so let me go back and look for the one that say it is a straight cable. So basically, okay, copper straight through. Okay, then I want to use it to connect here, and then so where do we want to connect it? I've clicked on this place. Where do you want to connect this? I will now say that I want to connect it in the Ethernet one. Then I will click here again. Where do you want to connect? I want to connect it in the Ethernet as well. Ethernet one. Okay, so I think there is a mistake over here. Let me maybe this is not the right cable. Let me check, and let me use the automatic one. I want to do that this to save my time. Okay, so let me use the automatic one. It chooses by itself the one you are supposed to use, so it doesn't ask you where you want to connect it. So you can see now it's connected immediately. It doesn't ask you where. So when I'm using this most times, I'm not a network engineer, and you yourself, you're not also going to become a network engineer at the end of this class, perhaps. Except if you love it, you can go for it. Keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Okay, basically, those who use these are network engineers to recommend solutions and the rest. So the next one I've also done that today, and then I'm going to click here. This is an automatic cable. It's going to choose everything by itself to give you the right answer. Now, at this junction, we cannot be able to. We have actually been able to get our computer and our switch, but there is something else that is remaining. We cannot send any message. For us to send a message now, let's say we want to send a message, which is also in some situation called pinging. Okay, we you want to send a message to this computer to this other computer. Let's know if it is going to work. I'm going to click on this message environment. I'm going to click it here, and then I'm going to click it here, and then it's going to PC has no functional port. It said this PC has no functional port. That is to say this computer is empty. Okay, so at that junction, what we want to do now is to click on one of the computers, and that is where the next steps come in. So the next step now is we going to the desktop environment, okay, and clicking on IP configuration. IP configuration. So now all these things are the same things that you have in your computer system. What your desktop computer can do, your desktop computer can dial numbers, your desktop computer has terminals, your desktop computer has command prompt, it has a web browser, it has quite a whole lot of stuff in it. All these things basically are in it. So this one is a simulation tool that has everything that we need to practice and learn how the real industry, how things are being done in the real industry. So in this situation, the next thing I want to do is to click on IP configuration. Okay, so give me some time. Let me just take a little water break. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to put an IP address. Now, what is an IP address? Let's go to my notes over here, and then let's find what an IP address is. Okay. Now, I've said a number of times in our previous classes what an IP address is, but it's always very, very good that we keep refreshing our mind so that we understand how the computer works. So we said that um, I'm looking for where I have IP address. Okay, so an IP address is basically the home address of a um of a of a device. I'm looking for some of my note now. I don't know. I'm looking for some of my notes. Okay. But an IP address is the home address of a computer. It is the home address of a computer. Now, every computer device or network device or whatsoever has their own home address. That is when your phone has its own IP address, your neighbor's phone has its own IP address. That is the only way in which the computer can be able to communicate to themselves and know the exact phone or the exact device that this particular information is coming to. So we have different types of IP addresses. Okay, we have um, we have okay. Let me say IPv4 versus IPv6. Okay, so let me just do something quickly like this, and then we'll be able to. Um, okay, so the network is a little slow, but it's going to work very pretty. Now we have say IPv4 and IPv6 are protocols for identifying devices on a network. They are protocols for identifying devices on a network. IPv4 uses 32-bit addresses. Um, 4.3 billion devices are using this already, causing exhaustion. So IPv4 is already almost finishing. The time that they created this IPv, they never knew that IoT devices are going to come out and the rest of that. Now in Nigeria, sometimes ago, the only way in which you can be able to communicate to a Nigerian person using a phone number is the Nigerian code or whatever. How do I want to call it now? 080. Every number in Nigeria sometimes ago was in 080 until the 080 got exhausted. And then they now began to more devices, more handsets were coming. One person began to buy two handset, three handsets, and the rest of that. And then for then it's now changed from 080 to 081 because 080 have gotten exhausted, and now we now have 070. We also later included 090, and now 091 is also included. So basically these are unique identifiers of the system, protocols of the system, and the rest of that. So now new devices that are being built now New devices that are being built now on the network space are built with IPv6. IPv6, and that one is on 128-bit address. So it is almost unlimited. That can accommodate our IoT devices and every other kind of devices, smart devices that we have now, our watches and the rest of them. However, now the IPv4, we are not going to throw it away, or the devices in IPv4 we now say like it is outdated. No, your 080 number is still working, everything is still working. However, a time will come when all these devices that are on IPv4 are now going to be not going to be desirable again by people because they have become outdated. They are not smart devices again, and is not what is in town again. Just like the Volvo we used to have that time some years ago, 1990s, and the rest of them are no longer. Some people have it, it's working for them, but it's no longer something that people desire to have. Okay, so in this situation now, we want to go back to our this thing so that we can configure our IP address. Now, this is how our IP address is going to look. IPv4 address, this is how it is going to look, okay? So let me copy this. I'm going to explain it, and let me copy it. Then I'm going to come back to this place, and then I'll paste it and explain it. So I want to put it here, IPv4. You can see where it's written, IPv4. I want to paste it in this place. Now, the IPv4 must start with 192.168 point any other number you want to put. Okay, so you can see in this place now 192.168.1.1. Okay, so I may want to write point zero. If I want, I can also write point zero here. So let me put zero, and then I'm going to I'll click on this place. IP file for the subnet mask entered. Okay, sorry. Um, I think I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, so what I'm using is 1.1. Okay, and then the next thing I did was to click on the subnet mark, and then it generated by itself. I'm going to close it. And there are a lot of things to learn in this place, but these are the basic one we want to do now. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to cancel it, cancel this, and then so this our computer device now. You can see that the color of this one is a little fainty because we have been able to give it an IP address. So let's come here and give this other one an IP address inclusive. So I'm going to come to my desktop environment and then I'll click on configuration, and then I'm going to paste the same IP address I pasted the other time, but I'm going to remove this one and put two so that the computers are going to have different IP addresses. And then I'm going to come here, click on this place, and then everything is going to be okay. I'm going to cancel it. Okay, now we now have our computer joined together. So what we have done is that we have been able to understand networking, and then we are building our own network. We have two computers, we have one switch. Okay, so what next do we want to do now? How are we going to make sure, how do we find our how are we going to make sure that our computer it has an IP address that is working? So one of the ways in which you can find the IP address of your in your own computer is by you coming to this environment and searching for what's it called again? Command prompt. But I'm going to use this environment to show you. So I want to click on this place, and then I'm going to click here, and then I'll click the command prompt. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to write ipconfig. So basically, if you want to know your IP address, the IP address of your computer, open your command prompt. My own system, this is my command prompt. I don't want to do it here so that my IP address is not going to be exposed to the internet space, because this is on YouTube. And then you're going to find out that we have, this is that IP address we added, and this is the submat uh, um, mask. Okay, so if you also do the same thing here, you're going to find out that, so at this junction now, these computers are ready to receive messages. You can send something to this computer and the other one will receive it. Now let's do this thing we did the other time that didn't work and know if it's going to work. So I came here, I wanted to send a message to this computer A, but being that this computer A cannot send message to this person until the server is able to receive it, scrutinize it, and transfer it to this person. So let's assume that I have more computers in this place, and I want to send this letter to computer A to computer F. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to click this letter like this, and then I'm going to click it here like this. Now look at this place now. In this environment, you can see the place where it say in progress, in progress, in progress. Now why is it saying in progress? It would have told us that this was successful, but it is telling us in progress. There are a number of reasons for which this can happen, but let's try to figure it out now. So this is the place where we are supposed to see if the message we sent was successful, and there are a number of reasons why that can this message cannot be successful. So let me try and figure out the reason for which this particular stuff is happening. So I want to click on this environment where it says stimulation. Okay, sorry. Let me click on stimulation, and okay, so I clicked on this stimulation environment, and then I have this play button over here. But the first thing I want to check is this edit filter. I want to click on edit filter, and I want to make sure that I uncheck all this protocol, because the protocol I want to, the reason why I'm saying is because I've been using this software. So your own, is possible that your own, this all these protocols are checked. So you want to uncheck them and make sure that you select ICMP protocol. Okay, so since my own is on ICMP protocol, I want to cancel, and then I want to come here, and then I want to click on play. Now let's know if the message is going to send successfully, and Okay, so you can see now these places that say message have been sent successful. So basically, you can see the packet now. It says successful. Our message have been sent successful. So basically, what it's telling you that this network works. Okay, that we have been able to connect this network and it is working. Basically, that is the information it is giving us. So if you have this screen, one of the things I want you to do is to screenshot it, send it on the WhatsApp platform, and um, even in the YouTube environment, you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also give us a thumbs up there. Comment on that environment. The channel have been for a long time it have been abandoned, and I want to bring it up again to the limelight. Okay, so basically now this is how to do this particular stuff. So in this scenario, having seen what I did, what you want to do now is to um, so however, before I remove this thing, now you remember that we are in our logical environment, right? The logical mood. So let's talk about the physical mood. I want to click on the physical mood now so that you can see how this is the logical environment. Let's see the physical look and see how this is going to look on different places. Okay, sorry. Um, I'm coming. Your own is not going to show this, but because let me zoom back and then be able to interact more. Okay, so let me zoom back. I think the large screen is too much. Okay, so we are in the physical environment, and now we have. Let me zoom it in a little bit more. So this is how your physical is supposed to be, showing you the physical connection, how it's going to be in the geographical area where you find yourself. So this is very the our lip. We did a small network connection. Okay, we did a small network connection, and for that, because it is a small network connection, we are not seeing anything in this geographical area. Let's say that this place is your village, so we are not seeing a very big network here. So the network we are going to have is for the our office environment. We are going to see a little more stuff in it. So let me click on it. So this is our office. Okay, the office environment. This is how it is looking in the office environment. The Okay, so trying to tell us that yes, our messages are going up and down and the rest. Now let's see how it is, because it's also a small work that we did. Let me click it again, and then I'm going to have the home environment. So this home environment is what justified what we are doing. It is showing us the switch, how we connected it. So okay, let me bring it up. You can see what we use. This is the switch, okay, and this is I'm sorry, I clicked more than I should. Okay, but let me. Okay, I think I'm managing. Okay, so these are the two cables we connected. You remember the two cables we connected. The two cables we connected to the switch, and the system is showing you the at the back of the switch where exactly you connected it. Okay, and so this is the switch where we connected. So this switch can connect a whole lot of other devices in it, a whole lot of other devices in it, and the rest. And for that reason, we are going to be using the switch again to connect another computer. So basically, if you if you what I want to say now. Okay, okay. So the next thing we want to do is Wait, let me come. Okay, I can stop this thing from just click here. Okay, the next thing we want to do now is to um, go to my note I have here, and then you have this. Okay, so we are going to do another one. We are going to do another one. I have a guide that can help you do some stuff. Okay, and okay, so example two, bigger class. Example two, we are going to do that of um, how many computers now? We say we should use one switch and five computers. So I'm going to add three more computers. After that, I'm going to give you assignment. This is the assignment you want to do: one switch, four computers, and then I'm also going to give us some other things assignment you want to do uh, at home. Okay, so the one we want to do now is now example number what? Example number um, example number two. Okay, example number two. So we have five computers, and let me look for a topology I'm going to make it. Okay, let me look for a topology that I should no you should okay, which topology should I use? Okay, let me use the star topology method. Okay, let me use the star topology method. So I want to come here now, and the next thing I want to do is uh, okay, I don't think I want to start afresh. Okay, let me just continue building from this place. So what I want to do now is end devices. I'm going to take my PC, come here and put the PC here again. Take another one. It's supposed to be how many? So five of them, and then I'm going to come again, select, paste, and then okay, five. So I'm going to use my cable again to connect, and then I'll assign um, I'm going to assign IP address to them. Okay, going to assign an IP address. I love the automatic cable because it chooses the best position it should be, everything without asking you what do you want, where do you want it to be, and all those questions. It doesn't ask you that. Okay, so you can see now that we have not connected, the cable was right, the computer was right, is right, but we have not connected the this computer. We haven't given it an IP address, so this switch cannot be able to send an information or give it anything. So what I want to do, remember the last IP address that we gave. So how do we figure out the last IP address that we gave? I'm going to double click on the computer one two rather. Click on IP config, and then I'm going to see the last IP address I click, and then I'm going to select it because everything's supposed to be the same, excluding the last digit is the one that is not going to be the same. So in this place now, I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to click on my desktop again, click on this one, come here, and then I'm going to paste and remove this and write 3 in it, or maybe any number that you want to write as long as you are doing this. And then I'm going to click on this environment for it to generate this symbol itself. I'm going to disconnect, and then I'm going to come here, select this one, also give it its own, go to desktop, come to this place and then put it here, and then make it to be 4, right? And then I'm going to click on this environment and cancel it as well. So this other one is the one remaining now. I'm going to come here, select, and in this situation, I want to do my desktop IP configuration, and then I'm going to paste this. I'm going to cancel and put 5. I think I'm correct with what I'm doing now. And then I'm going to click here. It generates a subnet by itself. Then the systems are now connected to themselves. Okay, so what is the next thing that we are going to do? Now remember, okay, there are a lot of work in cybersecurity. This is not what you are doing every day. It is only one field or two field in cybersecurity that does this. Okay, so but the reason for which we are teaching you all those things is so that you know the place where you have interest, you dig more into it and become a master of that, and then you'll be able to use it and do what you want to do. And another reason for this is so that you understand how network works and the rest of them. So in this situation now, the next thing I want to do is okay, because I created all these things in this new network, so it's telling me in progress. So what do I want to do? I want to do this and then know if this is going to work. And okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, it's telling us successful now. So the formal logic we gave to it is still working. Remember that the essence of a switch. Okay. Now remember the essence of a switch is to connect computers together so that they can be able to um, share information to themselves and uh, be able to receive resources and all those things. So you find out that our own was successful, okay? As was successful. So in this situation now, I'm going to give you an assignment, a project, what you are going to do, and um, tell you what you need for it and how you should also do it. That is the next thing I want to do. And I want to see every student um, sign their attendance form and also sign attendance form and also uh, send their screen to us, because I try my best to make this thing as simple as possible so that everybody is going to understand. This is going to be our last class in Cisco Packet Tracer. This is basically going to be our last class in Cisco Packet Tracer. We have a lot of tools to learn, and I'm also committed 100% to teaching us. So if you are committed to learning 100%, you want to learn, write it on the comment section. 100% committed to learning, and we will be very, very good to go. Thank you so much for watching our video. And in the WhatsApp platform, you're going to have drop your questions, drop in the comment section, drop everywhere. Anything you want us to do, you can drop it. So but the next assignment that we are going to have is I'm going to send it to us, but let me just check and give you something like a preamble. Okay, so we have done example one. I think I've done example one. I've also done example two. You have example three, and you have some other ones as well to do. So everybody is entitled to two projects, a minimum of two projects to share on the WhatsApp platform. This is fun doing it, and please endeavor to subscribe, like our video, and also encourage other persons to do so. All this is from Mr. Newman because of my love for you guys. Thanks so much. I sincerely appreciate having you around, and I hope that your time with cybersecurity is not going to be a waste, because all the resources we are giving is so to make sure that you get yourself into the industry, becoming useful, and solving real problem for ourselves. Thank you, and God bless you.